Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another Ash Echoes video, and today we are going to take a look and share our thoughts about Ash Echoes since it's been 2 weeks since the release of the game on global. And is it worth playing? Now you might be a new player stumbling upon this video, or an older player who's still playing the game or have it installed. We don't know, but let's talk about it because I think I've seen some mixed messages, and my interest is in how I think the game could improve. And yeah, let's just share some of my thoughts. Now, Ash Echoes, of course, as you can see, is a game that was released on the 13th of November. And yeah, first thing that caught my eyes are, of course, the art. I mean, gorgeous art. That's not to say this is high and above the market standards, but it's definitely up there, right? Some of these amazing art I've seen, I mean, they just look so damn good. And of course, it's different in the sense that it's got 3D models as well. Usually a lot of the games, they focus on having the 2D art, splash art, and then that's it. They don't do in a separate 3D model. They just either use a chibi or a similar art to replace the combat portion. But you know what, this is quite the undertaking in terms of having a beautiful splash art and then also having the 3D models. So yeah, art design wise, I think it's perfect. And of course, we won't be talking about a mobile gacha game without speaking about the gacha. Now, the cool thing about Ash Echoes is that it had a 30 pull selector, which was fantastic, allowing me to complete my team. And then at 300 pulls, you also get another selector. Now, this is quite standard, but the 30 pull in the initial part was always a fantastic addition. So I really like that. Now, the rate though, if we take a look at the rate, is 1.2. Okay, 2.2 after taking account the pity system. It's not that great. Okay, nowadays I think people are looking at games that are aiming at 2 to 4. I mean, it's not bad, but 1.2 and 2.2 counting rate up with 50-50 in a game that is not, of course, done by some of the biggest names is always going to be a barrier to entry for a lot of the players because they don't get lucky, they don't get the characters they want, they don't want to play the game. So I kind of wish that either there was no 50-50 or they had better gacha rates, but yeah, that's just me. Now, good thing is, again, the characters are good looking, and this is what makes people want to pull. So that's good. But if the rates could have been better, yeah, I think that would have been much nicer. And looking at the shop, wow, this game had a ton of stuff in the shop. There's so many things going on that you can buy in the shop that it does get a bit confusing at first. I feel like they could have done it a bit better in terms of condensing the items. And every time I see things that tells you at 200 or 300%, I feel like I am about to get scammed. That's my personal feeling. Okay, but you know what, there are lots of packs for the whales. It's good because you will be able to get whatever you want. Now, for the free to play or the super small spenders, it's all right because we've got the battle pass, which is yeah, it's decent. I haven't gotten it yet because I'm actually a super small want to be a super small free to play player here after I spend all my money. I mean, you guys saw my on stream what I got already, so this is like my third account. But yes, we did spend quite a bit already. But the battle pass I'll get once I can collect everything. Yeah, it's just one of my weird habits. But I digress. What's gonna be crazy is about this freight. Of course, I already bought the freight contract, so you can't see it. But there's this really good discount. Where's the shop? Discount pack. It's for 99 cents. You get Freda, one of the best supports in the entire game. And because you spend money, it also unlocks Begonia, who is key to the ice team. And because of that, you also will get the ability to run your freeze team, since in the selector you can search Ivana, and then in the Discord event which I participated, you get Sambeka as well. So I mean, just look at how crazy the devs or the team is set up with just 99 cents. It's one of the better freeze teams, and it definitely works as a meta team. So for 99 cents, and a lot of people are able to run this team. That's absolutely fantastic. So spending wise, the other packs I've taken a look, I usually just get them, but yeah, they're quite good. They are quite good. So that is in terms of the shop. Now, the dailies and the quest lines, nice. It has a very clear set out list of objectives for you to tackle, and then your dailies, your weeklies also give you EXP, which is quite crucial because you don't want to fall behind in levels and whatnot. Now, I think the further you go into the game, the more you understand how the engraving and the echoing nexus work. I think that's the big component and the game loop part. Once you get there, I'm not going to try to influence your thoughts about this, but if you go through the echoing nexus, it's actually not bad at all. Okay, it's actually not bad at all. The gameplay function is quite fun. Okay, you do feel that you get quite a lot of a gameplay loop out of it. Now, the other part I do want to talk about though is actually the combat, and let me just bring you guys into the event so we can go into, for example, the boss fight, and then go inside the combat portion. I think for a lot of people, this unfortunately did not fit their cup of tea, okay? Because if you take a look at the combat, there is a lot going on. Now, I think there are two extremes. If you are going to be a very min-maxed manual player, you absolutely love this because you can control all of the skills, right? You can control all of the skills. I'm just gonna use this team. I'm not gonna swap it into my meta team as I'm explaining things. You can use all of your skills manually and time it. So it's like Blue Archive. You can either go the auto cute and funny way of playing, or you can actually, go let's say I don't need this to tank, I will switch Laurel to tank mode, and then I'm going to use the barrier after casting singing summons and whatnot to, shield the rest of it, stuff like that. There are loads of things you can do. For example, using the correct place to place your AoEs to make sure that everything is going as smoothly as possible. There's loads of ways to min-max this, but it does get a bit tiring in my opinion after, since after, for example, you have to do this every time, and then if it's several combats daily, then yes, it does get very repetitive in my sense. You could auto, but the auto AI is not that great, especially in fights where you have to reposition, you have to use your skills, and you have to use for example, right now, this character is out of the barrier range, so I'm gonna have to move in. Yeah, that's right. It's very novel, don't get me wrong, okay? It's very novel, but once after a while, with all the animation, all the manual stuff, it gets tedious. I cannot help but say it's tedious. Of course, if you overpower it, it's okay, because since you will be able to just auto and still win. But if you are close, there's still the manual capabilities to clear the stage. So I think that's what's gonna make it break for a lot of people, because gacha game nowadays, people are actually just more auto. They're a lot more auto-focused. I myself included. I don't mind the usual manual to clear a certain stage and stuff like that, but a lot of people, they just prefer that the AI would go full auto and use the correct things for them, which sometimes it's not the case here, right? So yeah, I think that's gonna be one of the reasons why people stop. But anyhow, yeah, I'm just gonna let this finish, and I want to say that personally for me, I think this has been a pleasant surprise, and I truly think this game, I mean, it's doing really well in CN. I really think that it can do quite decently as well in global. We'll have to see as we approach the end of the month. We of course have the it's escaping. The words are escaping me as I'm trying to do this manual. You see what I mean? We have the end of month revenue. That's right, from the gacha games. So we'll be able to see how the games are gonna do in terms of the financial aspect of things. All right, I think I've rambled up enough. All right, I have rambled on enough, and yes. Anyhow, let me know your thoughts. And personally, I'm hoping to see the game do well, but yeah, if they can fix some of these things I talked about, and we should see a much higher conversion and success for the game in general. Anyhow, it's TimaeuSS here. Thank you so much once again for watching, and I think I will be very close, but I might just be able to tackle this boss during this. Oh, let's just switch everything into offense, and let's just go all the way full damage and see if we can just finish this. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Oh, never mind. Alright, anyhow, thank you so much guys once again for watching this video, and it's TimaeuSS here, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye now.